I was always thinking I was going to be an electrical engineer. Like I said, NEPA have provoked me too much in this life, and I cannot come and sit down. I have to invent. I have to be an inventor of some kind of way we can get power without having to depend on NEPA. You guys, you won't believe it. Hey, good. So, after staying up all night, guess what? NEPA, it took the light. 3 a.m. I had to sleep with makeup. But then I wasn't entirely sure who I really was, what I was made of, what I was capable of. Turns out that it was. Let's get right to it. So we'll start with glow. I don't even know if I want. How do I even want this glow self? But okay, what I was talking about last night was how that somebody came to me and deemed me worthy of seeking advice from. She asked how she would know what she was meant to do in life. Like she wanted something unique. She didn't want to be like every other person else, because I mean everybody's taken. I said, good girl, good girl, good girl. Yeah, you have sense. When I was your age, yeah, I had sense too. Yes, I had sense. Don't argue with me. So I was like, well, have you ever bought a phone that you didn't know how to make use of it? And she was like, yes, when she had her first Android. I was like, good. How did you know how to wield it? You had to look at the manual, right? And she said, I said, good. You have your answer. When you are confused about anything, when you want to find out about something and you think you don't know yet how to go about it, especially when it has to do with your life, you have to consult manufacturer. No. Say prim and proper. Share you hear? No, that's not even prim. Do you hear me? Can you hear me? You're listening to me. You know. And I said, you have to consult manufacturer who is God. You have to meet him and ask him that question. You can only him can answer. You can always say, I can figure out. I like home economics in school. I like geography in school. I'm an example of somebody that is not doing what they went to school to study. Hold up. I'm an example of somebody who studied something different in the secondary school and something different in the university. Like, who would ever believe I was a science student? No, come on. Like, people, listen to me. Oh, if I tell you I'm a science student, as serious as I am, will you believe it? But I was best in applied electricity. It's in my shoulders because, you know. Okay, I was actually best in applied electricity and all of, some of those science courses I was really good, but I always topped the bag in applied electricity, and I was always thinking I was going to be an electrical engineer. Like I said, NEPA have provoked me too much in this life, and I cannot come and sit down. I have to do something about it. I have to be innovative. I have to invent. I have to be an inventor of some kind of way we can get power without having to depend on NEPA. Oh yeah, well, my reason. No, that was my reason. Long story short, I entered university and I studied French. Please don't ask me. Don't ask me how I ended up there. I don't know. I really don't know, but I ended up there. I actually know. Is that I consulted the manufacturer. Manufacturer said, go and do French. See, that was not the best idea. Like, in this country, it's like a doctor or a nurse or engineer, lawyer, you can have money. We didn't even know that contractors were a thing then. Yet, like, you have to be a lawyer or doctor or nurse. People of God, when I told my mother that what I hear, that I feel that I have to go and do French in the university, my mother be like, 4 years ago. That's 4 years. Ego now. If I give you money now, 4 years, you will go and study French for me. Brethren, I woke up the next morning and my mother was like, okay, if it's the will of God. I had not taken it as the will of God though. I only admitted that, well, I want to just go and do French because Odka is like, that's what I'm going to do. Men and brethren, I found myself in Uniport changing my course from electrical electronics engineering to foreign languages and literature. Hallelujah. So how did I go? Of course, what am I the righteousness of God for? Came out tops, first class. I mean, come on, look at me, brethren, that's what it is. But it was funny, like anybody I told that I wasn't an art student in secondary school, they'd be looking at me like, how did you get here? As asking me, that's how I'm asking myself, how did I get here? How did I got here? How? I didn't know, but I felt I was led. And at some point I thought I was going to regret my decision, but I didn't. I was even thinking I was the one talking to myself. At some point I was like, are you sure my village people are not speaking through me? But no, they weren't. God wanted me to do it. And I got to realize later with the turn of events that was the best decision, because God had a plan for all of that quick to learn languages, flair for languages and all of that I had. God was like, I'ma use you. I will use you, my child. And I mean, it worked. So I didn't just do any other thing. In fact, from then I became more conscious, very conscious, to always ask God what He wanted me to do, like before getting ahead of myself and doing anything. Like I felt it gave me that privilege, or that certainty that just in case I'm stuck on the road, since it's God that sent me, help will always come. Oh, and that mindset. Awesome. I'm using this lipstick from Lherie Cosmetics, Lherie. I'm using their sample bottles now, like currently, to show you guys, but trust me, I have seen this is like a new collection and she wanted me to do a review, and trust me, this is the bomb. I don't have to stress myself about anything, just one wipe and I'm there. Like, it's so magical, guys. I've never used any willing to do work products like this. I haven't come across any product that is so willing to work without having to draw all over. Like, it just stays. Like, shout out to Lherie Cosmetics though. Like, this is bomb. So back to my gist. It turned out great, and I figured out at the end of the day that God needed it for something. Oh, because it did save me a lot of time. So I was like, honey, I hope with these few points of mine I've been able to convince you, or not to confuse you, that question in your heart is only your manufacturer that can answer it. And then, the beauty about this thing is, like, with time, as you walk on the path like God has called you to walk, it will become easier. Not entirely, it's not going to be like a walk in the park, but you will have help. Yes, definitely you will have help. Like, you will always know what to do at some point. You won't be as though like someone that did not come to life well, like when you're not put from. I don't know if you understand. Who has noticed that expressions sound better in their dialect, in their best dialect, than when you say it in English? See, I don't know. How did we end here? Can't it will just be our lingua franca or something? Lingua franca. We can't choose another one. It's not like I'm rejecting. I'm not rejecting being a prim and proper person. Me, beauty queen like me. Stop it. Do you know? Do you not know? Stop it. Yeah, but my point is, have fun, guy. Like, do we have to always be prim and proper every time? Okay. Another thing that you need to understand is that at some point I was stuck. I doubted whether I really heard God or I was just following my head. Or like everything was all in my head and all of that. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Like, I wasn't sure again what I knew or what I heard. But as a one Chineke that will not come and slack, and plus as a baby girl, I had to pause. I had to pause and ask again. Like, there is never a time where being dependent on God was childish. Like, I mean, like, no, come on. I know I'm talking in the context of spiritual maturity. Like, you have to be mature. You have to eat the bone of the words, and you have to know. I don't know, shishi. No, I don't know. That I don't want to pretend to know. So when I'm stuck, I have to always run back to the person that sent me work, because this my brain is for thinking about Nkwobi and all of the good things of life, not necessarily on stressing myself. So I go back to like, God, dear Father, I'm here. He sent me. Is you that sent me? Oh, I was on my own. It was you that called me. And when I cry like that, it's not like I'm telling you to cry, but when I cry like that, obviously, there's always a way out. Get like, somehow God just sends me, and He finds a way to like help me understand, help me get through whatever it is at that moment. So basically, that's it. Now I'm going to pause this video so I can do this lipstick and get out of here. Anamabia. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yeah. Done. I had to go ahead and do my lashes already off camera, so that you know. Like I was saying, there were times when I got to crossroads, and so it's not like Kimi. I just had to ask questions, stop, pause, like, God, what's the next phase? And yeah, He always answered. My mentor will always say, go point to point to the wisdom of God. I'm quoting Raina Davis, and it has never been a lie, because truly at every point where I had to ask questions, where my heart was like, am I still on the right track, there was always a word, and there was always a wisdom for that time, for that season. So yeah, there's no spiritual maturity if you keep asking God questions. It's not spiritual maturity. In fact, it is maturity to always depend on your Father. That is why He's your Father. You understand? And so, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you. I'm not to confuse you. This video now, and you haven't subscribed, guys, I'm judging you. Okay, no condemnation. I almost want to judge you. But please like this video, subscribe, comment. I just came to the market to I just come. They say you have to have like, you have to have view, you have to have subscribers, you have to have this one, that one. It's YouTube. It's not like Instagram. If they snub you, really do not care. I mean, it's your data, it's your life. You can just leave it. This Instagram, this YouTube, they will monitor you, monitor your destiny. So people, help my market. Buy is why I'm buying my market. It's just a thumbs up. Turn on the notification bell so that you get to see my next video. And please comment down below. Keep a comment. I said, tell me how proud you are of me. I know you're proud. I know. Okay, calm down. Okay, if you have questions, please you can leave them in the comments, or if they are too personal, you can always find a way to private chat me. I'm on Instagram as Wendy Beauty, so you can send me a DM. Please follow on Instagram, send me a DM, and I'll answer. Of course, I came that I may answer. So please, whatever it is, talk to me. I'm going to respond. I have your answers. I'm gonna give you. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed our first video. I don't feel like leaving you, but I have to go. Till next time, see ya. I love you.